It's time for OTV Top 10.
This is Akanksha. You're listening to OTV Top 10. Today is the 16th of December and here are the top news of the day. As a stopgap arrangement before the appointment of a new Chief of Defence Staff, following the demise of General Bipin Rawat, the centre has placed in an old system and appointed Indian Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Narawane as Chairman of the Chiefs of Staff Committee. The old system was in practice before creation of the post of Chief of Defence Staff 2 years ago. The practice was that the senior-most chief would take over as the Chairman, Chiefs of Staff Committee and would be responsible for synergy between the Army, Navy and Air Force. He would look after the better coordination and cooperative practices among the three services. The Odisha government issued an important notice regarding the conduct of the examinations in universities and colleges coming under the Higher Education Department. In a letter to the Vice Chancellors of all state universities and principals of all government, non-government degree colleges, the Higher Education Department has stated that all the examinations will be held in offline mode. As per the notification, all the UG and PG level examinations, annual or semester, will be held in offline mode. The University Grants Commission or UGC has issued an important notice regarding the grant of maternity leave to women students. The Commission has made a provision in the UGC Minimum Standards and Procedure for Award of MPhil PhD degree Regulations 2016, which states the women candidate may be provided maternity leave or childcare leave once in the entire duration of the MPhil or PhD for up to 240 days. The UGC has asked the authorities to provide all relaxations or exemptions relating to attendance, extension in date for submitting examination forms or any other facility deemed necessary for women students pursuing undergraduate and postgraduate programs. Several places across Odisha are now reeling under intense cold wave conditions. Daringbadi in Kandhamal district recorded minimum temperature of 7 degrees Celsius, which was the lowest in the state, informed India Meteorological Department on Thursday. As per IMD, there will be no respite from cold conditions as the mercury is likely to plummet further in some parts of the state in coming days. As many as 22 places recorded minimum temperature below 15 degrees Celsius on Wednesday night. Fulbani recorded minimum temperature of 9 degrees Celsius, followed by Keonjhar 10.4 degrees Celsius, Jharsuguda 10.6 degrees Celsius, Korapur 10.6 degrees Celsius, Titlagarh 10.8 degrees Celsius, Bhavani Patna 11 degrees Celsius, Sundargarh 11.5 degrees Celsius, Talcher 12 degrees Celsius and Angul recorded minimum temperature of 12.6 degrees Celsius. The Union Cabinet has passed a proposal to increase the minimum legal age of marriage for women from 18 to 21 years. Sources said that the government approved the proposal in a meeting of the Cabinet. Currently, the legal minimum age of marriage for men is 21 years and women is 18 years. Sources said the proposal was based on the recommendation of Niti Aayog Task Force headed by Jaya Jetli. Senior officials of the Health Ministry, Women and Child Development Ministry and Law Ministry were members of the task force set up in June last year. The task force was formed to examine matters pertaining to the age of motherhood, imperatives of lowering MMR or maternal mortality rate, improvement of nutritional levels and related issues. The two-day nationwide bank strike called by United Forum of Bank Unions against privatization of government banks began on Thursday, said C.H. Venkatachalam, General Secretary of All India Bank Employees Association. The United Forum of Bank Unions is an umbrella body of several bank unions. He said the strike is against central government's move to privatize public sector banks and to introduce the Banking Laws Bill 2021 in the current session of Parliament. The passage of the bill will enable the government to reduce their equity capital in the PSBs to less than 51% and allow private hands to take over them. The government had earlier said it would privatize 2 of its banks. According to him, about 10 lakh bankers in public and private sector banks are participating in the strike. Director Vinod Raj's Tamil film Pebbles, which is India's official entry to the Oscars, has now been nominated for the prestigious Spirit Awards as well. The nomination has thrilled its producer Vignesh Shivan, who has now expressed a desire to see his film emerge a winner at the Spirit Awards as well. Taking to Twitter, Vignesh Shivan first congratulated his film's director Vinod Raj. Along with Pebbles, the other films that have been nominated under the Best International Film category are Compartment Number 6 from Finland, Drive My Car from Japan, Parallel Mothers from Spain, Petite Maman from France, and Prayers for the Stolen from Mexico. Mexico. Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid a wreath at the National War Memorial on the occasion of the 50th Swarnim Vijay Divas. Prime Minister Modi recalled the sacrifices made by the brave hearts of the Indian Armed Forces on social media. He was received by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh at the National War Memorial. Singh joined the nation in remembering the courage, valor and sacrifice of the armed forces during the 1971 war on the occasion of Swarnim Vijay Divas on December 16, 2021. In a series of tweets, Singh termed the 1971 war as the golden chapter in India's military history. The International Monetary Fund or IMF announced that the global debt rose to a record of $226 trillion in 2020 as the world was hit by the raging COVID-19 pandemic and a deep recession. Global debt rose by 28% points to 256% of gross domestic product in 2020, the largest one-year debt surge since World War II. Vita Gasper, the director of International Monetary Fund's Fiscal Affairs Department, wrote the same in a blog with his colleagues, citing figures from the IMF's latest global debt database. Debt increases as particularly striking in advanced economies where public debt rose from around 70% of GDP in 2007 to 124% of GDP in 2020. The Indian cricket team led by Virat Kohli departed for South Africa to take part in a 3-match series starting from a Boxing Day test from December 26 in Centurion. The 3 tests in Centurion, Johannesburg from January 3 to 7 and Cape Town from January 11 to 15 will be part of the ICC World Test Championship cycle from 2021 to 2023. That's it for today. For news in detail, visit OdishaTV.in, Odisha's premier destination for news updates in English. This is Akanksha signing off.